I'm going to make a video that's a response to the Young Earth Creationist video. My thing is that I want to be clear about something. I think that Young Earth Creationism is not science. I don't think it's science. I just think it's people trying to make their belief sound scientific. You have a belief, and you're trying to make it sound scientific. That's all. And I think that trying to parade that as science is ridiculous. My thing is that, I'm going to tell you this though, honestly. If you believe the earth is only 6,000 years old, fine, that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. I really don't have a problem even if you try to parade it as science. Because I think that you can do whatever you feel like doing. The bottom line is, don't expect me to jump on board with that. I don't agree with that. Now here's one thing that's true, as I've said before, and I want to state this again. I'm just a guy with a camera and an opinion. I have opinions. One thing though that I don't believe in is I don't believe in harassing people because they see the world differently or because they think differently from the way I think. You know, there's no particular reason why my way of seeing the world or my way of thinking is better than anybody else's. I want that to be clear. When people make comments on my page about what they believe and why they believe it, fine. One thing, in the past, I would have actually argued with people. Maybe not like other people do, not with such vigorousness, but I would have tried to correct them. I would have tried to correct somebody's opinion or correct a person's view. But then I think about that, like, who am I to correct anybody? Who am I to decide that my way of thinking is the right way to think? My way of believing something is the right way to believe. I believe what I believe about many different things. If I were to lay out everything I believe, I'm sure that a lot of people who watch my videos would probably, go into shock. Like, you believe that, Philip? Yeah. Do you believe that? Yeah. And then they would try to correct me. People would get up there and they would try to explain to me why my belief is wrong. And, hopefully they won't be like one person who just really felt like he had to harass me because I didn't see the world the way he did. So I'm never going to harass anybody because they believe something. I believe that people should be free to have a different opinion. I really believe that. If people don't have to agree with everything that I say. And you can state that. And I'm actually glad that, someone else wrote something different. I'm actually happy about that because, and I think that's a good thing. The person feels confident, that people can feel confident to have a different opinion. I don't require, one thing, I don't want to make my web page or my YouTube channel like other channels I've seen, where you have to agree with the host of the channel. You have to see the world the way he or she sees it, and if you don't, they're going to call you a chowderhead or a fool or an idiot or other words. They're going to call you all kind of nasty things and tell you what a stupid fool you are and what a dummy you are, and then they're going to add all these things about you that have nothing to do with you. No. If you disagree with me, you know what it is? You just disagree. You believe the earth is less than 10,000 years old. I believe the earth is 4.5 billion, or whatever the scientists are saying. Yes, whatever the scientists are saying. I'm not a scientist, and I'm not going to run out and do research. I'm not going to run out and do, when I say research, I mean actually go out there and become a scientist. Like go to school, become a scientist, do research, make that my research project, and it'll be when I get my PhD or my doctoral thesis is going to be on how old the earth really is and the evidence that I have for it. No, I'm not going to go that far. To me, it's not really that important. If it turns out in the end that I'm wrong, I guess I'm wrong. My thing is that I believe very strongly in this one particular principle, that you have a right to be wrong. Because it may turn out in the end that I'm the one who's wrong. It just might turn out that I'm wrong. Sometimes people fight things. And they fight against other people. And I don't believe in doing that. What I do believe, however, is to be at peace with people. If you're at peace with me and I'm at peace with you, you can believe whatever you want. But if you're not at peace with me, it doesn't matter if you and I have the exact same beliefs. We got a problem. And that's a fact. That's what matters. So anybody who wants to have a different opinion with me, and you can actually do that. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to respond to it, but one thing you can rest assured of, I'm not going to tell you you're ridiculous. Now, if somebody says something like, like on one of the, there's only one video that I have, one, where I actually cut off the part where you can leave comments, because there were people who were on that thing, they were calling me a nigger and all that kind of stuff. That kind of thing I'm not going to tolerate. Or people using all kind of derogatory stuff. That I won't do. But, if you have a difference of opinion, fine, that's okay. We might talk about it, we may not. But you do have a right to have a different opinion with me. I'm not going to jump on anybody because they think something different. I may think an ideal is ridiculous, but I'm not going to call you personally ridiculous. I just think I'm referring to the ideal. And that's my point in what I'm saying. There are certain ideals that just don't work. They just don't fit evidence. What I consider to be valid scientific evidence. And when they don't fit valid scientific evidence, no matter how you turn it, no matter how you look at it, I consider it to be ridiculous. Now, like I said, later on, I may change my mind. And then I might think, I was wrong. That's okay. You can change. So, I just want people to know that they have the freedom to have a different opinion with me. And that's okay. There are no fights here. I'm not here to fight.